Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting and talked about upcoming electric SUVs for 2026, the Leapmotor C10. If you're into next-general EVs that bring real value, impressive tech, and strong performance without breaking the bank, then stick around because the Leapmotor C10 might surprise you in some big ways. This is a car that's been gaining attention globally, especially with its recent upgrades and 800-volt architecture that have pushed it into new territory. Right from the start, what makes the 2026 Leapmotor C10 stand out is the way it blends affordability with advanced electric vehicle tech. Unlike many other EVs in this class that push price tags higher and higher, Leapmotor has positioned the C10 as a very competitive option, with prices starting at an estimated around $18,000 to $20,000 USD in key markets. For a midsize electric SUV with cutting-edge features, that's a compelling entry point that could attract a lot of attention from buyers and EV enthusiasts alike. The design of the C10 stays true to its original SUV roots. It measures nearly 4.74 meters in length with a wheelbase over 2.8 meters, giving it a spacious road presence and family-friendly proportions. Whether you're pulling up at your local cafe or heading out on a weekend drive, it has the size and stance of a true crossover SUV. On top of that, Leapmotor has added subtle yet stylish upgrades, like electric retractable door handles, new paint options such as a rich purple shade, and a refined exterior that keeps it looking modern and sleek. These touches show a thoughtful evolution of the design rather than a complete overhaul. But let's talk tech, because this is where the 2026 Leapmotor C10 starts to get really interesting. At the heart of the 2026 model is an 800-volt high-voltage electric architecture, a significant step up from the previous versions. This high-voltage system not only boosts the efficiency of charging and power delivery but also helps the vehicle support much faster charging sessions. For many drivers, especially in regions where fast charging infrastructure is growing, this makes EV ownership more practical and less stressful. Under the hood, the pure electric version of the C10 uses a 74.9 kWh lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery, which translates to an impressive up to about 605 km of range under the CLTC testing cycle. While real-world range might be slightly lower depending on conditions, this puts the C10 in range with many much more expensive EVs and means you can confidently handle long drives, daily commutes, and weekend adventures with fewer stops to recharge. Performance figures are also noteworthy for a vehicle in this price and segment. Leapmotor has sharpened the motor output to around 295 horsepower, 220 kilowatts, which is a substantial boost compared to earlier models. This extra power pushes the C10 from 0 to 100 km per hour in about 5.9 seconds, a number that feels more in line with sportier SUVs than budget-focused family vehicles. This kind of acceleration makes city merging and highway driving feel responsive, fun, and confident. Inside the cabin, Leapmotor has clearly placed an emphasis on technology and user experience. The 2026 model adopts Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8295P processor, powering advanced infotainment and digital interfaces throughout the vehicle. This means smoother graphics, quicker response times, and support for features like real-time 3D display elements and AI voice assistants that help make every drive feel premium and intuitive. Safety and driver-assistive tech are equally modern. The C10 comes equipped with a lidar sensor, rare at this price point, which supports advanced driver assistance systems for enhanced situational awareness and safety on busy roads and highways. Coupled with other systems such as lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise support, and a suite of ADAS capabilities, this SUV is ready to protect you and your passengers in a variety of traffic conditions. One standout interior feature that users will appreciate is the wireless charging pad, now upgraded to a 50W fast charger, meaning you can charge your smartphone quickly and conveniently without fumbling for cables. Combine that with comfortable seating using EU-certified organic silicone materials, a powerful audio system with 12 speakers, and ambient interior lighting options, and you get a cabin that's both feature-rich and comfortable for daily use or long drives. Let's talk convenience and practicality for a moment. The Leapmotor C10 size and layout make it an ideal family SUV. There's ample rear legroom for passengers, easy cargo access with a roomy trunk area, and thoughtful storage spaces throughout. These are the kinds of everyday comforts that matter when you're choosing a family vehicle, especially one you'll use regularly for commuting, errands, drop-offs, and weekend trips. For charging, the 800-volt system means significantly improved fast charging performance. Some reports suggest the C10 can go from 30% to 80% charge in as little as 16 minutes under optimal conditions, a critical advantage when you're on a tight schedule and don't want long downtime at charging stations. While specific charging speeds can vary by region and charger type, this capability demonstrates how Leapmotor is pushing the boundaries of affordability without sacrificing practicality. Now, one thing to understand with CLTC range figures, like the claimed 605 kilometers, is that they're generally optimistic and may translate to something lower under real-world testing. WLTP or EPA figures tend to be lower. Even so, a real-world range north of 400 kilometers on a full charge would still be very respectable and make the C10 a strong contender among mainstream EV SUVs. Price and value are another big part of the C10's appeal. Leapmotor's strategy here is clear: make advanced EV tech accessible. The pure electric 2026 C10 starts at an industry-leading price for its class, around the RMB 130,000 to 150,000 range in China, equivalent to roughly $18,000 minus $20,600 USD, with incentives like free home charging stations and a couple of years of in-car internet offered to early buyers. What does this mean for global markets? While exact international pricing will vary, Leapmotor has already started expanding into markets like Europe under a partnership with Stellantis, where its EVs are competitive with local price levels for affordable electric SUVs. This suggests the C10 may be one of the models pushing Chinese EV tech further into mainstream global sales, especially if it maintains its strong value proposition. Of course, no car is perfect. Some early adopters have mentioned usability quirks in earlier model years, particularly around infotainment experiences and driver assist interfaces, which may carry over or be improved in this 2026 update. But the overall response has been that the C10 is a very promising package for its segment, especially once buyers factor in the combination of range, performance, tech, and price. In real life, what this means for potential owners is simple: an all-electric SUV that doesn't feel like a compromise, but rather a thoughtful balance of what matters most: range, features, performance, and everyday usability at a price that's hard to beat. So that's the 2026 Leapmotor C10, an exciting EV SUV with serious potential to shake up the affordable EV segment, a vehicle that turns heads not just because it's electric, but because it offers a compelling mix of tech, performance, and everyday practicality. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this look at the Leapmotor C10, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep watching for more upcoming EV and auto videos right here on the channel. I'll see you in the next video.